I'm here to talk to you about mistletoe, and mostly mythology with the kissing myth and a bunch of other stuff. But before I get into that, I'm going to give you an overview of the plant. This is mistletoe, species named Viscum album. This is a European kind. There's also an American kind, but it's got less myth to it because America as a country hasn't been around as long. It's called mistletoe, made of the Old English words missile, meaning dung, and tan, meaning tree. It's called all hail in the Middle Ages. It's a hemiparasite, which means that it can photosynthesize, but it also needs the host tree to survive. The cool thing about that is that it never has to touch the ground. And despite being used in medicine, it's quite toxic. In the oak tree mistletoe in Celtic mythology was really revered because oak tree is the sacred tree of the thunder god Tyrannus, and it's responsible for the kissing myth in Norse mythology. This is slightly out of focus. It's a portrayal of the death of Balder. This is Balder, the Norse god of light, happiness, good things in general. This is Hoder, Balder's brother, and that would probably be Loki. And in the myth of Balder was a really highly respected Norse god, and Loki was jealous. Loki is the trickster god, so when Freya foresaw Balder's death, because Freya is Odin's wife, and not Freya, Frigga. Frigga is Odin's wife, and Balder is their son. So when Frigga foresaw Balder's death, she made everything promise to not harm him. That includes living and non-living things such as rocks and arrows, I suppose. Those people used to have fun shooting at Balder since he couldn't be harmed by it. But she forgot mistletoe. Real smart of her, isn't it? Well, Loki found that out through some sort of trickery, and he fashioned a dart or arrow made out of mistletoe and tricked Hoder, Balder's brother, who is the blind god of winter, into shooting Balder with the mistletoe. Balder died. Everyone was sad except for Loki. He could have been brought back from the underworld if everybody cried for him, but Loki did not. He was posing as a giantess. So Balder had to stay in hell. And since he didn't die in battle, he couldn't go to Valhalla. In the Balder's death is really closely related to the kissing myth because of the negative connotations mistletoe gained from that. There's a story that either Frigga's tears formed the white berries, or that in an alternate story that Balder came back to life. Frigga was so happy she blessed mistletoe. So in the kissing myth, formerly the white berries were meant to be plucked each time we kissed under the mistletoe, so when the white berries ran out, it was basically null. But people don't like that. So that part's gone, but the kissing under the mistletoe still remains. In the Celtic and Druid mythology, when enemies met under a sprig of mistletoe, they called truce. So if you're going to find mistletoe, and if there's a person under there you want to kiss, by all means, go ahead and do it, so long as they don't freak out. But if there aren't any berries on the mistletoe and you don't want them to kiss you, tell them about that. Hopefully they'll see sense, and thank you.
Okay.